Hello everyone, and welcome over to Darlington. We are here for race number 5, I think. Just let me double check that. Is it race 5? 1, 2. No, actually, race 6. Here at Darlington Raceway for the NR2003 PMU Cup Series. And oh boy, this is going to be a very exciting race. I do well expected to see. I've thought of a lot of this stuff. Hopefully we can get some cautions done even. But aside from that, we're gonna see some fantastic cars joining up on the grid as we get on with our one very important how do you call this? The throwback race. Of course, we got a lot of throwback schemes to show you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to show all the cars and their throwbacks on the screen, hopefully during the race. So you can see, this is a huge view. This is a nice looking view of the whole of the track of Darlington Raceway. And that's where we're going to be racing today for our awesome throwbacks. So honestly, I'm actually, like, my heart is pounding right now. Like, got me thinking, who's going to qualify on pole today? Well, we'll find out, and whoever qualifies on pole could have an impact on the race. So let's see who qualify.
Drivers,
Drew Walker will qualify on pole, but an excellent qualifying for David Dixon. And God knows, let me take a look at. All right, so you can see that Dylan Hayden will start third place, but Carl Walters, another rookie, will also qualify really high. 4th place for him. Quite great qualifying for him. Sorry, I thought I touched something really bad, so as in my laptop. Don't know if I scratched or anything, so my bad. So anyway, let's carry on. Blake Parker, 5th place in his Mercedes car, which is actually regarded, from my point of view, one of the best schemes I've ever seen in this race, entered for this race. So let's see what the Mercedes can do for Blake Parker. With Blake Parker, Nolo Hamilton. I was about to say the N word, but blah 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 blah. If I said the N word, sorry about this, guys, but I just made a mistake. So Nolo Hamilton, yeah. Nolo Hamilton, I'm always having problems with name pronunciations these days. So Nolo Hamilton will qualify 6th place. VJ Williams will start from 7th. Lola Chirnside will start from 8th. Adam Wilson will start from 9th, and Joey Maddox will start from 10th. Those are your top 10 drivers. Will be starting today. Oh, very disappointed for the Hill brothers. They'll qualify 34th and 35th together, which is quite shocking to see. But anyway, so let's see how the race will go.
drivers, to your cars.
Oh, let me get that shown. So yeah, let's see Drew Walker. In fact, Drew Walker, this is the 2nd race in that tribute scheme for the victims who have lost their lives in that terrible attack at the FedEx headquarters, which occurred not long ago. So this is going to be really interesting to see. Potentially, I don't know, could this be a start of a new rivalry between Liang Motorsports and CTM, as 2 of the drivers, Dixon and Drew Walker, will start on the front row. So let's get this moment. Let's hear the words in racing.
Drivers, start your engines.
And that's the moment you all been hearing just now, and all the cars are revving up. And I do hope that the ticker is working. I believe so. So right now, all the cars are now rolling behind the pace truck and all lining up. So let's hope no one blows up on the formation lap. And poor old Bouchard in that KFC car will have to start from the back. And all the cars are lining up. Let's take a look at some schemes. Like there is Leighton Hill's scheme in that blue 54 car. There we have the 8 car. Then we have the 18 car. And it's hard for me to be able to show all the schemes at the same time. So there's Owen Scott. There is Mullaney. There is Tari Lowell. There is Xavier. There is literally almost everyone went through with their schemes. So anyway, the race is about to go green, and let's hope the excitement will await for us. And here we go. The Throwback Race is go. And we're here. 38 cars will line up today. And oh my goodness me. Look, some of the cars have gone onto the wall. So this is not a good sign of what's going on. So, but we gotta have to pay real attention to these, to them right now. So as you can see, they are going so close to the wall, which is obviously not a good sign. So we're gonna have to see what's going on. So keep an eye on them just to make sure that they get the hang of it. So anyway, so Drew Walker is now your new leader, followed by Dylan Hayden and Blake Parker up in the 3rd place. David Dixon is now on the fullback right now. And just look at him lagging behind, probably because of that drag, I guess. Doesn't seem to like him anyhow. So anyway, so we about to continue with this race. Hopefully we don't get a lot of, well, we are expecting a few cautions. Hopefully you can see that it's not looking good. And in fact, this is the first time we've seen racing like this happen since probably around season 2, season 3, I think, where we have cars going so close into the wall. But I guess we can allow a few of this to happen, which could cause a caution. So that can at least, bring more excitement to racing, I guess. So Drew Walker is currently your race leader still, straight from the start, straight from the pole. And Dylan Hayden appears to be catching up a little bit, but who knows? Anything can happen. Just even get a hang of it. And there's the other Merc of Blake Parker, and he's got car voltage right behind him. So there's the 62 car right behind him. So let's have a look at the throwback schemes. And there is Jameson as well. Oh, and some of these cars are going really well. So let's take a look at all the schemes. See if we can show as much as we can possibly can. There is. Okay, that was oh my gosh. Okay, that was an awful lag. I do apologize. That was a lag, but now we're back and going again. Because if this came up worth, I would have crapped my pants. But anyway, you can see there is Joey Maddox in that 90 Caterpillar car. A very different, if not possibly more retro style paint scheme of the number 90 car. As you can see, him getting close to that number 1 car. There is A.D. Judy in a 25 car. There's a 94 car, also running a bit wide, so close onto the wall and onto the very outside. There's that awesome looking Snickers car. Wright Sr. is driving that car. And Felix Rizzo will mark his second D1 start here at Darlington. There is Owen Scott, who just went so close to Kendrick Meeks, his last race rival back at Charlotte, I believe last race. There is that Riley Hill in the number 15 car, that black PlayStation car. Does fit well with the livery, I guess. There's the number 9 of Tari Lowell, and I assume it's an Amtrak livery. There is Dex Miyazaki. I think this is the second time we're seeing a throwback scheme of the Napa car. There is Quinn Mullaney. And And last but not least is Roberto Crown Jr., who decides to run his, I'd say, super looking My Hero Academia scheme. And there you've got it. So those are all the schemes I'm able to show for now, as Drew Walker is currently leading. The number 48 car of Dylan Hayden is currently second place, but he is under attack from his other competitor, that is Blake Parker in that Merc, in that Vodafone Merc, which reminds me of the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes times. We're now lap 9, and let's hope we can continue a bit further. And there's Jameson catching up with Adam Wilson. Don't know why I call him Sam. Roberto Crown Jr. is now lagging behind, unfortunately. So Drew Walker continues to lead from lap 12 as lap 12 starts. Dylan Hayden continues to stay in second place and hang on to the second place as well. In fact, let's go. Oh, we're going to see a potential pass from the number 62 of Kyle Walters. And he's trying to make a move on that number 02 car of Blake Parker. And he's going to go for it. And Lola Chirnside is going to try to do the same as well. But not yet. And Blake Parker is already responding to that attempt of an overtake from the number 62 car. And unfortunately, he loses it. And now he's going to have to fall back from 3rd to, I think, 7th spot, I think. Because of him losing 3 cars. No, 6th place, actually. Looks like it to me. Yeah. 6th place. He goes down, so anyway, let's hope that these throwback scheme cars can be kept alive for as much of its time. Hopefully we don't see any wrecks with those throwback cars, because that's going to be upsetting to see this happening. Oh my gosh, that is a close shave. That is a very close shave we just saw that happening. Don't know if it's much important, but that moment was a very close shave. Oh, and take a look at Rei Ayanami's M&M scheme. This is the first time since season 1, I think, where Rei Ayanami is driving M&M's car. Remember, she drove an actual Kyle Busch scheme of the M&S car back in her first race, which I assume would be in season 1 Tokyo. And Kenzie Simmons seems to have fallen victim into the wall, which you call it the Darlington wall, because it's a wall where most cars will fall victim to it. I guess we call it Darlington racing because this is how it is. We run right so close into the wall. I call it Darlington racing. Oh, and number 48 is getting close to number 47. Quite unique numbers together. Dylan Hayden has yet to win a race since season 2 back at Indianapolis, and this could be his time. But Kyle Walters could be up to his first win if he can try and pull it off and get past these two. And at the moment, he is in early contention for that victory, and still anything can happen. There is Dylan Hayden getting close to number 47. We are still green. Oh, and we have a caution. What happened? We have a caution. Oh, Kenzie Simmons. She was struggling a bit. Just a moment ago, like she was basically running wide. On the outside, and she must have not been able to make it. So let's see what happened to Kenzie Simmons. Not a good start for her today. Oh, there we can see we have a collision. Just a short one. That must be I think that's Rei Ayanami. I mean, no, Rei Jr. and Solomon Sheridan gets involved in that collision, with Kenzie Simmons suffering the worst out of it. Unfortunately, that damage is enough to technically put her out of contention for even a race win, potentially even for points. So not a good start for Kenzie Simmons. Just after 17 laps of this race, we've already saw this happening. It is bound to be some cautions happening, so there you go. Number 99 got dumped by the number 11 and the number 8. Let's go on board Kenzie Simmons. I guess the number 8 and the number 11 did. Well, I mean, we're able to survive without serious damage. Go on board Solomon Sheridan. Close shave for the number 11. And we go on by Felix Ritter right behind Solomon Sheridan. And we are on yellow. Currently on the yellow. Did anyone pit? That's a big question. Did anyone pit? Probably not. That's... Oh, they have pitted. So it looks like precautionary pit stops are here. There we go. So Drew Walker is currently your lead at the moment. Right, we're going to go green in a moment as we see the pace truck is preparing to pull in. Just let me show you guys the current results properly, just in case if anyone misses or not know where they are, at least. So, there we go. And we're back on full screen. So here we are. The pace truck is pulling in. And let's hope that another caution does not show right after this very moment as we're about to go green. Right now. And Chirnside is now trying to make a move on the 52, and she goes for easily. That means the 62 is starting to lose grip. So he falls victim into the Darlington wall. And here comes the number 48 of Dylan Hayden, who is so hungry for a second race win. Oh, and Chirnside seems to be on the charge as well. So that is something to see as well. Something to see for this race. Drew Walker is trying to keep his lead as much as he can, and looks like Dylan Hayden is looking through that door, and he has a bit of help from Lola Chirnside. I think Lola Chirnside will be taken from Dylan Hayden if he tries to get past that 47 car. Oh, and Drew Walker thought of just escape just a little bit. I think he just responded with an okay, now that he's pushed me so hard, I'm just gonna make my move. I'm just gonna go for where I'm supposed to do. And there you can see Dylan Hayden is now coming back at him. I guess Drew Walker sort of reacted in a sort of manner that basically puts Dylan Hayden into a bit of a distraction. So, and he does it again. So now we have a bit of a gap between these two already. And it seems as though Dylan Hayden is starting to put himself more and more pressure now, because we've got the upcoming Lola Chirnside coming in. Yes, it's the Coke car. And no, it is not what we call it, a car full of cocaine. It's just a Coca-Cola car. So please don't get confused, because otherwise it's going to do everyone's head in. So there it is, the number 5 of Lola Chirnside is trying to bring her Coca-Cola money, hopefully to victory lane she can possibly can, and that will of course be be good for the riches, I assume, because Coca-Cola is a very big rich company. She is trying to get around the number 48. In fact, this is the same car that's been winning a lot of races throughout a NASCAR series, and he's trying to keep that number into him to hopefully try and make that happen, to potentially give him his first win in 3 seasons. As we see, no cars have retired as of yet, which is good, which is very good. And here comes Adam Wilson. In fact, I almost forgot he's also a rookie, alongside Kyle Walters, who was there until he went wide. So now Adam Wilson, he was trying to overtake that number 02 car, but now he's at the front of Jameson, which is very unfortunate to see. And here comes the number 48 of Dylan Hayden. He is not stopping there, and he's going to try and take on again against one of the greats in the series so far. That is Drew Walker, the Season 2 champion. Could be up to winning his first race if he can pull it up, but otherwise that will be Dylan Hayden will be stealing the win from him. But still, don't count anyone just yet. Lola Chirnside seems to be on a charge at the moment, so this could happen to her. This could probably add potentially to her second of wins. First one being, of course, last season at Watkins Glen. Well, not Watkins Glen, Canada Motorsports. Don't get confused. But of course, we are returning to Watkins Glen this season. Hopefully, this will be much better than season one's race. So now we're focusing more on the potential battle between Drew Walker and Dylan Hayden. This is going to be close. Oh, Drew Walker went wide. Drew Walker went wide. Oh my gosh. Drew Walker just hit the wall. And thanks to that, Dylan Hayden's now going to try and take the lead. And Lola Chirnside are going to try and do the same as well. Oh my god, that single slump, that single mistake just happened to Drew Walker. And now he has just lost it. Oh boy, that was a close shot. And that is going to give him some damage as well. At least for... I don't know, but that is going to affect his driving at least for what just happened down there. He just lost it from the lead, and oh my gosh, that is not a good sign to see. Oh my gosh, what a single mistake we've seen from the 47. And as a result, the number 48 is your new race leader. And this is going to be exciting. Right now, oh my god, these are just funny moments to see. Honestly, yeah, I gotta hold that up just so that we don't want to miss many of the moments that just happened, or many of the moments we would potentially want to see that happening. I mean, sorry, want to make sure we capture as much moments as we can live. So now we're gonna look at the replay of what just happened down there for that. For Drew Walker. That moment he just hit the wall, and that causes him to lose control, and as well as a lot of pace. As a result of that momentum, he just lost it down there. Anyway, well, this is what happens when you're racing in Darlington. The Darlington wall will curse you, and you won't be able to recover from it. You won't be able to recover from it. Anyway, we're on board Drew Walker. Whoa, what a dreadful theme we saw right now for this, for the number 47 car. Just awful scene to see. Oh, don't know if I can view any more of the footage. So let's see what happens from this shot. Yeah, he hit the wall. It probably must have an effect on his tires as well, because when you hit the tires, you start to lose, a lot of ground at least, and you're probably going to be forced to save tires and not be able to gain any pace and so on as a result. But there you go. That dreadful curse of Drew Walker being hit. Yeah, he hit the Darlington wall and he lost it. Right, we're gonna go back live. Anyway, Dylan Hayden continues to lead, and we could see a Merc 1-2 coming up, potentially from Blake Parker, trying to do something on that number 5 car. Oh, and Lola Chirnside now closes in on the number 48 car, just having a bit of a look. And Chirnside is closing in. Oh, and she's really closing in on the number 48. She could potentially take that lead based on what she's doing right now. She's so right at the rear of the number 48, just clinging on to her like if it's on a chain or something. But right now, she's closing in. We know that Darlington can be a difficult track to pass at this stage, but right now, Lola Chirnside is going to try and live up for the Leland Motorsports team, who have yet to win a race this season. So far on a pretty bad start so early in the race. Let's take a look at the fastest lap times. We're good. Nothing bad. And Lola Chirnside, I think she might have pushed too much on her tires, and now she's falling back just a little bit. And Drew Walker is now in 8th place. And he's got the cat right behind him. That is his former teammate, Cat Rose. The sole Cadillac in the field. And probably, or definitely, the last Cadillac. Yeah, the last Cadillac on the series. Most likely. And number 5 is back right behind. Oh, here comes Adam Wilson, trying to overtake the number 02 car. And Lola Chirnside could soon try to do the same as well. Here comes Adam Wilson, and as well as Avery Hamilton, trying to do the same as well. And as the 02 car of Blake Parker responds, so he denies that move from Adam Wilson. Oh, and James Jameson now starting to fall back, sadly. So that will promote Avery Hamilton one place up, as well as all the other cars right behind him. And still close between the 40 and the 5. We are in lap 40 now. And she is still looking at right behind the 48. It is going to be a close battle between the two. I'm pretty certain of it. Unless any other of the cars can try and get close and stop the joining if they can possibly can. Blake Parker is a bit faster than the two up front. But you can see Rei Ayanami, Lola Chirnside, I almost made a mistake. Chirnside, she can definitely do it, I guess. She's pretty promising, and she can definitely win more races in the future. So she is still looking right at the rear of number 48. If we see around the pit stops, I think it's going to be a really close one of who's going to get out first. But it's surely going to be between the 40 and the 5. let's go down a bit. See if we can get more screen time of some of the schemes. We can see is Leland Hill. Oh, I thought he was moving up, but yeah, just caught too much attention of him. There's Archer Chevy in that McDonald's car. McDonald's at night car. And it's getting a bit quieter now, but I'm pretty bound to see that something is going to happen. And pit stops are coming in, and I believe the first one, well, first for the second pit stops is going to be Dex Miyazaki. We're bound to see pit stops coming pretty soon, and this is going to wreck up the whole field, pretty much. More and more should be coming pretty shortly. And Lola Chirnside is taking a sneak look as his tires are starting to fall now, as his tires are starting to lose grip now. And I think Lola Chirnside, I think she's the most aggressive out of the top three running so far. So I think the way she's running on her tires would count against her, because she's putting too much pressure on them. And because if she uses a lot, she won't be able to save as much, and this could happen to her. Still no other pit stops at the moment aside from Dex Miyazaki. Now it's just got the O2 of Blake Parker right behind her, and he's got the drop, I think, for the first time in this very battle between the two now. So, or at least for the top three. And here comes O2 of Blake Parker trying to keep that scheme alive for him, trying to replicate the success that Mercedes had, especially with that Vodafone scheme we saw at DTM and of course Formula One. Remember that time, Vodafone McLaren Mercedes between 2007 and 2013. That tenure of Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. Well, he's gonna try. Blake Parker is gonna try and replicate that success. He's currently at high third, and right now they're at the back of Lola Chirnside. And for a number of laps, for a number of past few laps, he's been pretty quicker than Lola Chirnside. It seems that Lola Chirnside is starting to give up. She may not have much space left. This could be up to Blake Parker to do something about it. I think he's going to try and give Chirnside a push. So this could put number 48 in potential danger. Because how they're pushing so much. We're gonna go on board the rail of Dylan Hayden. We'll take a look at that awesome view of the circuit once again. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, you can see that close battle between Hayden and Chirnside. And you can see how the whole grid, how the whole track is starting to take shape right now. The whole of the driver lineup is starting to take shape as well. And just look at them go all around the track. But you can see that battle is certainly not stopping between the two. She's already having a real peek behind the number 48. Still no way of making a move just yet. And caution! Though, unfortunately, this is going to be a distraction for these two drivers. Lola Chirnside was so close to getting him until this happened. But let's see what happened. This is an awful wreck we just saw right now. Oh my day, a number of cars have been hit. What happened? Oh my gosh, we got a flip over as well. This is it. Oh dear, what has happened down there? So, who caused the wreck? Who actually caused the wreck? That's the big question mark. Who caused the wreck? Oh. Don't know who was that. Miyazaki. He's the lap car. He's a lap car. So Dex Miyazaki as a lap car decided to do something a bit stupid, I assume. Trying to get so close to that 90 car of Joy Maddox. Then that causes him to get pushed onto the wall. And then taking Howell with him. Mullaney with him, Makes with him, Sheridan with him. Some notable names down there have been affected. And Rizzo as well. And Roberto Crown Jr. also got hit. But OMG, we have a flip over. We have a flip over from Vander Howell. And that is going to bring the yellow flag. just what an awful wreck we've just seen right now. And surely it's going to be pit stop time for these cars, I assume. But what an awful wreck we've just seen right now. Let's take a look again at Dex Miyazaki's unfortunate situation between him and a 90 car. But let's take a look at Howell's flip. Maddox gets hit, Miyazaki gets hit, Howell gets hit, Mullaney gets hit, Meeks gets hit, Sheridan gets hit, Rizzo gets hit, and Roberto Crown Jr. also gets hit. On board Howell. That's gonna be, well, that's something, I mean. Board Meeks. And is that Juliano, I think? Oh, Kenzie Simmons also got hit as well. So she also got into a victim of a wreck for the second time. So who has retired? Kate Simmons has retired. Roberto Crown Jr. has retired. Joy Maddox has retired. Kendrick Meeks has retired. Solomon Sheridan has retired. Xander Howell has retired. Felix Rizzo has retired. And Dex Miyazaki is clearly out of the champion, clearly out of the race running. Okay, and the lights are gonna go green. I hope this is not gonna be a fuel mileage race. Otherwise, this is gonna screw up the whole race. But right now, we are 12 laps to go. Oh, and here comes Dex Mizaki. Oh dear. Now this is going to be very unfortunate. People must be hating him right now for what he has just done, and now he gets to go up front against the leaders. Right. We're about to go green soon, just as the pace truck starts pulling in. And the last 13 laps are about to go underway. And I'm actually thinking right now. The way I'm thinking right now, my heart's starting to pound. Thinking who's going to win that race. One of the best races in the season. And we're about to go green. Away we go. And Dex Mizaki gets up the front. So that's not going to look good for the number 48, because this is going to be distraction on the number 5 car. But closer racing at least, because now we see more cars right at the back. Anyways, Miyazaki simply just took off, so I guess that's not gonna be. Oh, another caution come out. What's going on here? Okay, we have Mullaney. So what's going on here right now? So what's going on? So we have another caution from Mullaney. Well, Mullaney is already struggling for pace since that second collision. Okay, and we're back this time, and away we go once again. And Hayden this time takes off, and is going to lead more comfortably now. Now, but where is the Blake Parker now? Oh my days, Blake Parker is now the one who's starting to lose grip right now in that astonishing pace Mercedes. So Hayden is starting to lead comfortably now. Six laps to go. And Dylan Hayden continues to lead. Ever since Drew Walker lost it in the early stages of the race. And now the number 5, Lola Chirnside, is now currently under threat from Sam Wilson. God, why am I always saying his name, Sam? It's Adam Wilson in the Rothman's car. And he's trying to take second place. We have 3 laps to go. And Chirnside gets away a little bit. She does have one last chance at least. 2 laps to go. Oh, and don't count her out just yet, because she's getting close to number 48. White flag. Will Chirnside make a move? Or will it be for 48? Okay, now this is getting really heart pounding. My gosh. This is it for this one turn. Please. I was praying to God who's going to win. Oh well. I guess Chirnside fails to make that move on Hayden. So Hayden's going to take the win. His first win in 3 seasons here at Darlington. What a race we've seen so far. Chirnside just couldn't be able to take that win today at Darlington. So number 5 will start for second place. Avery Hamilton up into 4th place. But Wilson though in 3rd place. That's a good achievement, at least of the rookie. Drew Walker was able to recover up to 5th. Nolo Hamilton will start from. Nolo Hamilton will finish 6th. 7th place, another good run for Jameson. Sophia Petty, 8th place. So we have 2 Petty Jr. cars in the top 10. 9th, Albrecht Strauss, and 10th, Blake Parker. 11th, Carl Walters. 12th, Rei Ayanami. 13th, A.G. Judney. 14th, Cat Rose. 15th, Arthur Xavier. David Dixon, 16th. 17th, John Palmer. 18th, Cam Wright. And that's pretty much all. As all the cars come into the pits. So there you go. So that's all for the race today. Dylan Hayden, first win in 3 seasons, and first win for Petty Jr. Motorsports. Last win they had obviously was back at, I think, the New York streets last season with Richard Petty Jr. shortly before his death. I guess I could have just said this in a more memorable way. The win for Den Hayden could probably be the most memorable here in this race. In fact, it is actually the first race where Richard Petty Jr. actually won here at Darlington 3 seasons ago. So this could be a memorable race for him. So congrats, Dylan Hayden. You've won the race today. As we go down the order. Just look at those retirements from that awful wreck. Wow. And don't forget the fast lap time. It's the number 52 of Avery Hamilton. Not a bad record for him. I mean, not a bad thing to keep for his records of fast laps. But well, Darlington has been significantly better than the last few races, bar Bristol though. And I guess, it's not bad. Probably too much caution, but who knows? It's just as good. At least keep the races as long as possible. But yeah, I think Chirnside could have got it if it wasn't for those cautions. So if it wasn't for those cautions, then I think Chirnside could have at least got it. So I guess that would be why. But at least that's good pace for Chirnside, because we've not seen a lot of Liang Motorsports so far this season, let alone yet to winning a race. So I mean, who knows? Now we've seen Ceslar winning a race. We saw CTM winning a race. Oh yeah, Owen Scott won with CTM, and as well as Petty Jr. Motorsports winning a race. Who else? I have no idea. I mean, hopefully Liang Motorsports can get a win later on, because we're still early in the season. In fact, we do not know the current point standings as of this race. So yeah, hopefully I can get this done. Hopefully with the lads who are doing the standings for me, hopefully I can help them and sort it out. So anyway, so there you go. That's the race today. And I think I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm tired. I put a lot of effort into this race. I deserve a good night's sleep, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get some another race going at Martinsville. Now tomorrow I've got free time, but I'm thinking around the evening or so, or probably and in the evening my time, probably in the afternoons for you Americans there. We can probably get a race going at Martinsville. Oh my man! I just yawned because I'm so tired and I should have been sleeping. Well, I don't normally sleep, but most people like me in the UK should be sleeping right now. But anyway, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. So Dylan Hayden, congrats on his win, first win in 3 seasons, and God knows it's a memorable win. I think, yeah, this is a very interesting race, especially being a race of throwbacks. So there we go. I'm going to keep saying, let's wrap up the stream, and I hope I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow at Martinsville. Well, take care everyone, and I shall all see you there. Oh, and by the way, Martinsville, now, do you remember something? Martinsville is basically, I think, the shortest racetrack in the calendar in the season. So that's where we're going. So Martinsville, a new challenge of racing, short track racing. But anyway, so let's wrap it up again. Thank you all once again, and I shall hopefully see you there at Martinsville. Take care everyone, and I shall all see you very soon.